Is this kid, Arch Manning, is he going to be able to live up to his name? Is he a generational talent?
Yeah, I'll start on this one since we're talking quarterbacks. No, I don't think he is. And I like Arch. He's a good kid. There are some concerns I have with this film, and I'll get to that in a second. But I feel like that term, generational and GOAT and legendary, gets thrown around so much in today's era. And you can't be a generational player or talent until you do something generational. And he hasn't done that yet, and a last name isn't good enough. And I like Arch. He went in the interview, and he's very self-aware on one of those shows, and he said, look, I don't deserve the photos. I don't deserve the autographs. I haven't done anything yet. And he hasn't accomplished anything at the college level. At high school, he was a 5-star player. I don't want to take away from that. He's a 5-star coming out. You know, he was the #1 quarterback, goes to Texas. That's impressive. That's hard to do. But high school to college, the level is very different. And you have to play at a very high level to be successful in college. He hasn't done that yet. But let's take the generational things out of it first. Yep. Let's take that out of it. When I watched his film against Ohio State, and I watched it like I'm evaluating a quarterback like I'm a scout, there are some things mechanically that really worry me. Yep. And something that I was surprised that were still issues for him since high school. His footwork is, for lack of a better word, very sloppy. He doesn't play with good feet. Yep. He doesn't play with the firm base. His back foot gets outside of his frame, which makes it impossible. Try to throw a punch where your back foot's outside. Try to throw a football that way. It's impossible. And when your feet are bad, everything else is bad. You have no shot, unless you're Patrick Mahomes or some of these one-of-one quarterbacks that can make it work. Now, when I watch the rest of his mechanics, what I need to see from him for him to get in rhythm is I want to see his right foot underneath his right hip. Stay within your frame. Fire that back hip. Keep a good spine angle, right? Internal with your left, extend and release. Those are the things I look at to go, all right, this guy can throw the football. The other stuff, the mental side of things, I can work with this, but he can spin it. I haven't seen that from Arch. And when you watch that Ohio State game, it just felt like too many times he was like getting underneath the ball, and it almost looked like he was pushing it, and his left side was falling off, and his base wasn't firm, and he wasn't processing information. And when I'm going through progression, I want to go eyes lead my feet, right? Eyes, feet. And he was just, eyes were this way, feet were this way. He was confused. He was lost. Matt Patricia is a damn good defensive coordinator, so I don't want to put it all on Arch. Ohio State, Akib will appreciate this. I mean, they were running NFL concepts, and they were running the way they were in and outing things and passing things off and showing you cover zero and getting out of it and showing too high, rotating at the last second. I was confused on some of those. That's impressive to see at the college level. I think Sark could have done a better job as well with his play calling and helped out Arch and put him in a better position. But
by the way, you played for
Steve Sarkisian.
Thank you.
And I don't worry about Sark. I don't worry about Sark getting them right. I just didn't like his play calling in that game. I love Sark. I had.
Why can't Sark get his mechanics right? He has the whole.
So I thought. Anyways, I'll say this. So I thought mechanically, okay, that was just the Ohio State game because he wasn't processing. He felt uncomfortable. Maybe he worked on it in the offseason when the bullets start flying. You revert back to what you're comfortable with, and that might be bad mechanics. I go watch San Jose State, and he throws 4 touchdowns, and the window dressing looks good. But when you watch the tape again, foot outside his base, quick with his drop step. He wasn't in rhythm and hitching up and keeping his shoulders level. Again, kind of leaning this way, getting there. It almost looked like his body's working against him when he throws the football. It looked like he was in pain. Like it looked like it hurt to throw the ball, which is very rare because of who he is. You think he would have great mechanics and had been processed or developed his entire life. But the biggest issue I have with this, and to your point, Skip, is you can't fix mechanics in the season. That's the problem I have, is you have to do that in the offseason. You can't go from game to game and think, all right, all of a sudden now I'm going to figure it out and spend all this time on, arm angle and my base and all that.
His third year at Texas with Sark.
I do.
Okay.
And
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll also say this, but the thing is that's the stuff you do in the offseason. In the 6-7 months in the offseason, you get in the lab, it takes 1,000 reps to break a habit, it takes 10,000 to create a new one. I truly believe that. You got to do it over and over and over. I don't know if he can fix that in real time right now, and I worry about that. I want Arch to be successful. I do. When I just watch the film and take away the generational and Arch Manning, if I'm just watching X's and O's on a screen and I see this guy at quarterback, I'm thinking, I don't know how he's going to do in the SEC the rest of the year, and teams are going to expose that. So I hope he gets it figured out, but I have some real concerns with his mechanics right now.
You want to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
I don't think he's a generational talent either. When I think generational talent, I think you got to be like some crazy size and super good at what you do, or some crazy speed. You got to have like something got to be different generational. Like we are never going to see another guy like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got to play good. Or you got to be just dominant, like Michael Jordan dominant, you know what I'm saying? Like Patrick Mahomes dominant, you know what I'm saying? Or you gotta have something like Shaquille O'Neal come to the league. He's 7 foot, 400 pounds, athletic. Like that's generational to me.
Okay.
Like Randy Moss, he's 6'4", run a 4.2, and jump ball skills. Like that's generational to me.
Was Payton generational?
Peyton Manning was generational because, or the third thing you got to do to be generational, you got to change the game.
Okay.
So that's how Peyton was generational because he was the coach at the line. He was the first coach who actually played quarterback as well.
Did.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So that's how Steph Curry with the threes, he kind of changed the game as well. You know what I'm saying? So you either change the game, you fucking just dominate like Jordan or Mahomes or Deion, or you just like a freak of nature type of athlete who was also damn good, like Shaq or like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a 6'8" point guard jumping out the gym. Like, we ain't never really seen no shit like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're not one of those things, some guys we know right off the gate, before Shaq won a game, anything, this boy's a generational talent. He's 7 feet, 400, dunking, dribbling, like he's athletic as hell.
Agreed.
That's generational.
Yep.
Some guys like Peyton, we gotta wait and see. Because, oh shit, he doing something we never seen before. Well, now he became a generational talent.
True. Yep.
And some guys we got to wait and see, like Jordan. Shit, we ain't think Jordan, he's 6'6", little got cut off this team, and you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he's 6-0 in the chip, dominated the fucking league. He became a generational talent because he dominated. So I feel like them three things make you a generational talent. Arch is not a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't dominated yet, and he hasn't revolutionized the game yet. So I think he's going to be damn good. Eli is not a generational talent. He got 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I feel like Arch will be damn good. It's in his blood. He got too many resources around him not to fix those mechanics, not to know the game. He going to get that part, you know what I'm saying? His uncle's a little bit busy. They've been a little bit busy. They going to lock in on him in the offseason. He's going to start spending a lot of time with those guys. And I feel like eventually him and Shador will be 2 of the top quarterbacks in the league 7-8 years from now.
You think so?
Hell yeah, I think they'll be 2 of the top guys.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, man.
I think they will be, but as far as generational talent, right now, no.
Yeah.
Okay, all I can say to sum this up on generational, game-changing, this is his 3rd year at Texas. Mm-hmm. And as a freshman, if you are generational, I don't care what they have at quarterback, and they had Quinn Ewers, and I never loved him. And I'll go on record, Quinn Ewers will not be a starter in the league. He was a 7th-round pick by the Dolphins. Unless he gets a shot to start for the Dolphins, it won't last. He won't be a lasting starter in the league. Never liked him in college. So how did Arch Manning, generational, just because of his last name, not beat out Quinn Ewers for 2 years? Not 1 year, but freshman year, he redshirts. Redshirt freshman year, Quinn Ewers plays all the way. Arch had to start 2 games because of Quinn had an oblique pull. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. And he didn't do much in those 2 games. So if you're that guy, if you're it, if you've got next, if you are him, you're going to start when you're a freshman at Texas, because I couldn't believe he chose to go to Texas, let alone you're not going to start your freshman year at Texas, and you chose that over Tennessee and Ole Miss and all your namesake schools. What's going on here? So then I turn on Ohio State, and I give you Matt Patricia has a whole offseason as a veteran NFL defensive coordinator to get ready for this kid.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Okay, and yet I don't care Matt Patricia or Bill Belichick. I don't care if Belichick's coaching the defense. At Ohio State, in the shoe, I got it. But I want to be able to sit back at the end of the game and say, he's got next. You know, like, oh, there he is. Yeah. And I never said that 1 second. He never looked poised in the game, and he didn't look accurate. And if Peyton weren't accurate, there's not much there because he's unathletic to me, right? You got to be accurate and brilliant, right? Genius level at the line of scrimmage, but you got to be accurate. You got to be able to get rid of it fast to the right place at the right time, on hands, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, Eli could do that at the highest level. Eli, I don't know, he's pretty goofy, but he had supreme ability, and he beat Tom Brady twice in Super Bowls. Yep. Okay, is it generational? No, but he's really good. He led the league in interceptions 3 times, but he beat Tom Brady twice in Super Bowls. My point is, with Arch Madness, I just can't see it. And usually you can watch the first big game and you can just say, oh, okay.
Or at least glimpses.
So you
of
saw it with
Yeah.
Payton, like with Payton his freshman year when he threw 11 touchdowns and had 6 interceptions. You saw it like, oh, he's going to be generational.
Rookie year or freshman year? At
Freshman
Tennessee?
year in college.
You
At
see,
Tennessee,
you see
okay.
flashes though,
Yeah, okay.
like okay, he might have struggled all game. You know when a rookie goes in, and even though they may struggle and not play well, you see flashes of like, all right, wait a minute, like that was like we can work with that. Watching that tape back against Ohio State, I'm with Skip on that. I didn't feel that. And
So what about last year when he came in for Quinn? He came in and 70-yard touchdown, throw one pass, a bomb touchdown. Them wasn't flashes.
Okay, but he did it more with his legs last year.
But I mean, this is
Yeah.
2025, Skip.
No, I know.
Like, you know
I
what I'm
got
saying?
it.
Quarterbacks actually do shit with their legs.
Okay, no, I got
that's
it. but
valuable.
He got his granddad's legs. He got Archie's legs, right?
So last year when he
His
came,
mama's legs. He got his mama's legs.
Maybe.
That's what he got that from his mama's side of
He
the
got his
family.
mama's side of the
But
family.
when he came in last year for Quinn, he didn't show nothing that was like, oh, he might have something.
I saw
He
it more.
did.
he did, but I don't want to say on record who the opponents were. I think he was playing lesser opponents in
He
those
was.
games though.
They
I don't
were
think
playing
they
a
were very
bad
good
Texas
team.
Tech.
Yeah, I don't want to say I don't want to be wrong,
Yeah.
but someone can
And
check.
it was Louisiana Monroe was the other one.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go.
so
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is, okay, he showed flashes against San Jose State in week 2. And I was like, cool, okay, great. But that's against San Jose State. What are you going to do against Ohio State in the shoe? If we're talking generational, I can go back and go, all right, I'm not going to judge a guy off of one game and say he's not going to be a good football player.
Please don't.
He's not going to be a good quarterback. I never would. I never
should.
would. But pertaining to the question of generational and Arch Manning, is he going to be the next one? I mean, he was preseason Heisman without really playing
was.
a full
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
as the starter.
Off of
besides
what he
for
did the
injury.
year before.
And he was
Because he showed them kind of flashes.
But
They're like,
like
oh,
2
shit, he's
games?
finna go crazy.
So, okay, so anyways, with that though, so then my expectations would be through the roof. What I saw, especially from a mechanical standpoint on film against Ohio State, I don't feel that. I didn't feel that, and I didn't see enough flashes to where I think he's going to get there right away. He may in time, but like Skip said, it's his 3rd year at Texas. He's been developing, and that's the product that's been on the field. So I'm a little worried about that.
I think we're throwing out the word generational talent and we're blending the definition.
Okay.
And it's been going on for a while. Generational talent is an amateur status. It's like girlfriend, right? It's raw ability, it's upside, it's your true self ability before pros, right? So when you're talking about generational talent, it is physical, right? LeBron James at 15, generational. Wemby, 13, generational.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic at 13 playing against Boston Celtics, generational, right? You're talking about Michael Vick at 9. You're talking about Cam Newton at 15, right? We're talking about the Bo Jacksons. These are generational talents, right? Either they pan out to be the upgrade, which is generational player. And that's what we're mixing
Yeah.
in. The generational talent is
point.
Tiger Woods at 3 years old.
Good point. Yeah.
That's what generational talent is. It is pre-pros.
Yeah.
What you turn into, what you do after that is the girlfriend. That is generational player.
Oh, yeah.
That's when your success, your determination, right? That's your accolades. That's where Peyton Manning comes in. That's where Brady comes in at. Those of your accolades come in, how you change the game changers themselves. That is the Steph Currys, right? Once you win at a high level, you are the player now, right? So some generational players or generational talents don't turn into anything, right? Those are your, Jamarcus Russell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a generational talent that didn't
Right.
pan out.
That's true.
That's Freddie Adu, right?
Yeah.
You know, 13 phenom. That is,
Yeah.
some people can say that about RG3, and they can say that about Bo Jackson because they didn't live up to what their body had in store for them because of injury. So most generational talents, if they bust out, is because one, they got injured or they just didn't pan out, right?
Yeah.
But the upgrade is no different than, an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Yeah.
Right, and those are the difference that we confuse. We're confusing the definition of he's not a talent. Maybe he can turn into a player if he has success in the NFL. The definition of a true generational player or a talent is this. This is what, if you want to think about what a generational talent really is,
I need to know. I think my definition fucked off.
It's you know Chris Humphries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Humphries. At the age of 12, he scored 50 points in the national tournament. By 16, he was ranked in front of LeBron James. As a freshman at Minnesota, he averaged 21 and 10. He played 13 years in the NBA.
He did.
Right?
Right.
That's not why he's a generational talent. That was his second sport. His generational attributes was 10 years old. He was the Michael Jordan of swimming. He held the U.S. national record in the 50-meter freestyle that stood for 18 years. It just got beat in 2013 by Michael Andrews. He dominated all meets, winning state titles in every stroke distance, beating out Michael Phelps. He was faster than Michael Phelps at every distance, and then he got tired and quit because he didn't want to live his life as a pool.
Thank you.
What a generational talent is meaning I can take you, what you're gifted in, move you, and you can still be successful. 13-year NBA career, and it was his hobby. He was like, I don't want to do swimming no more, even though it's too easy for me. I'm going to just jump and just start playing basketball, and this guy makes it to the NBA. That's what a generational talent is.
And what's he best known for in his career?
Kim Kardashian.
Thank you.
Generational player.
I was waiting.
He a generational player.
Yeah.
Baby, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
with
you
that.
got to be a generational talent as a kid, right?
Yeah, as a kid.
All right, so my stank might be a generational talent. He played a soccer game, had 4 goals. An hour later, played a football game, had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he might be a generational talent.
Yeah, I mean, you see,
Yeah, go
I mean,
ahead
if you got your
and
genes,
tell him. Go home
yeah.
and tell him.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, I averaged 30 a game in high school, junior year.
Wow.
Basketball?
Genera-
yeah, that's what
generational?
yeah.
So Cody a generational talent.
Yeah, write that on your jacket. You're right on your jacket.
Hell no,
But-
hey, I would have got,
Put that on his intro.
but that's
if I played basketball in college,
But that's the difference between somebody like a Randy Moss and, since we got it, Randy Moss versus Jerry, right? When you take him as raw talent, whose talent is far superior? They're not even on the same planet as athletes, right? One has to work a lot harder to do what he has to do. The other one is just naturally just gifted. That's where the talent kicks in at. It's just who you are.
Were you a generational talent?
Oh, no.
No?
I was a workaholic.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
So I was a generational talent because I ain't started really working until I got with Bill.
Yeah, it's
I ain't watched no film. I ain't trained in the off season.
It's the freak of
till like
nature.
no real shit. I ain't really.
Hey.
My off season. I used to say, look, I used to tell like my off season, January, February, March, April. I used to be like, bro, I need a mental break. I need to get away from football for 4 months. I ain't do shit.
Okay, I understand.
All right.
Until I got with Bill and I cranked
Julius
it up.
Peppers.
Oh.
That's what,
Oh,
you know,
that's-
those guys. Like,
Yeah.
he played basketball
Oh,
growing
did
up,
he?
ranked #1 in Power Forward.
Yeah,
It's like,
he
no,
was.
I'm going to do this football thing.
Because I call him a
well-
generational talent because he 6'5",
Yeah.
285, and like he could move like a 5'10", 180-pound guy. Like we never seen nothing like this. I don't know.
right.
You know, the definition is, you know,
You got to
everybody-
go. If you start going in the archives and look at some of the guys like the LTs and all of them, and look who they were at 13, 14, you will see articles already. Like Michael Vick at 9 years old, almost throwing 50 yards.
But I feel like
That-
you
that
see
was-
that about a lot of guys.
We
though.
could go all day about who's a generational
Yeah.
talent. We really could go all day. I will say one person in the chat said Kinsey's generational. I'm just
Hey.
gonna put it out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
That must be nice though, Keith.
Izzy do it all.
I wish I could have done that, man. The off season just been chilling. I was grinding in the lab. Still got my ass bent.
I ain't even start watching.
I was there every day
I didn't start
working.
watching film till I got with Bill.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Shit, Bill's serious.
Must be nice, bro.
Let me dust off this iPad.
So 85% of the chat said, and you guys actually all agree, which is really wild. It never happens. 85% of the chat said Arch is not a generational talent. But let's get to what we all want to talk about tonight, and that is